We left Napoli for Rome to stay with our friend Noretta Nori. Apparently Romans know their manga because these are Daisuke Jigen and Lupin III. First order of business was of course to get some food, and since we were a bit tired of pasta and pizza, we went to an oriental place. The owner was very nice, but everything was too Italian to our taste. In the evening, Noretta drove us to our first Milonga of the weekend. It was the first weekend where there would be open-air dancing, so the Milonga was not too well attended. It's a pity because Anna Maria Ferrara hosts a really nice Milonga. The dancers are nice, the ronda is good, and everybody uses mirada e cabeceo. We went home a little before closing time. We were in beautiful Rome, so what did we do? We walked to the nearby indoor shopping mall to get away from the heat. The ground floor had some really nice shops, but the upper floor was almost completely empty. After a little shopping, we went to eat lunch at an authentic Roman restaurant serving authentic Roman food. Celero e ventresca means celery and intestines. They have won the World Championship Carbonara, and I have to admit that it was really good. Then it was back to the apartment. We swung by the Church of Don Bosco, but it was closed. Still, the outside was impressive. It was too hot outside though, and we decided to go back and prepare for tonight's Milonga. Milonga Sentimental, hosted by Noretta Nori, is a beautiful Milonga. Tables, ample seating, a perfectly run bar and snacks all night. After some technical difficulties and rewiring my entire setup, I was ready to go. Some people drove 2 hours to hear me play again after Perugia. It was a great success. What a great place to DJ and dance. On our last full day in Rome, Noretta took us to the local park. What a treat. Here is an enormous park in the middle of Rome where families and friends gather to spend time away from the stones and concrete. The park is named Parco degli Acquedotti, the Park of the Aqueducts. There was even someone busking by the water. A little further ahead, a Venezuelan party was taking place. Everywhere around you are the ruins of Rome's great achievement, the aqueducts. Even if they are not functional anymore, the sheer size and ingenuity of them remains impressive even today. Noretta is a warm and wonderful person with an incredible background in dance and one of the few tango teachers that actually studied dance. And she's a great cook who made us the best ragu and the best coffee of the entire holiday. It was magical to walk around this quiet green park surrounded by these stone giants and watched by giant birds. The next day we said goodbye and headed to Montepulciano, where we would spend a few days with 2 other dear friends of ours. I don't think I'll ever get bored of driving through Tuscany. The vegetation and the rolling hills are simply marvelous, and every drive is an adventure. Montepulciano stazione. After a few hours, we came upon Montepulciano and we arrived at Villa Mazzi. Loredana was already outside to welcome us. The views from this agriturismo are incredible. It is a quiet and peaceful environment. The next day we went early to visit the city of Montepulciano. What a great city with so many fantastic views and buildings. We stopped and had an Italian breakfast of croissant and coffee at the historic Cafe Poliziano. It's like walking into a museum. Breathtaking views of the valley and so many authentic details still left. After breakfast, it was back to explore more of the city. Since Montepulciano is high atop a mountain, you can walk to the edge of the city to get this view everywhere. Out there somewhere is Villa Mazzi.
We come here to walk on the beach and then
He's making video.
Loredana makes her own jam and olive oil, all from her own garden. It's a seriously big garden, but still. In the near future, they will offer wine, olive oil and jam tastings, and I can't wait to come back and try it. And then it was time again to leave Montepulciano for Casole d'Elsa, where we would dance all weekend.
That's the one.
But first, on the way over, we stopped at this antica salumeria, ran by a family. Father is the butcher who makes all the meat, mom makes all the dishes, the daughter works in the shop, and the son also works in the shop and makes deliveries. We had been here last year and it was so good. We wanted to come by again. The place is very popular during lunch and I'm happy we got here early. All of the food is homemade. There are so many good dishes that we had to order almost all of them.
That's okay.
Happy with our tummies full of yummy food, we started to drive up the mountain to our Encuentro retreat. is only a dirt road leading up to the hotel, and the camera ate a lot of dust. The place where the Encuentro is simply breathtaking. It's in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by nature everywhere. There are multiple buildings to stay in, but this year we stayed in the main building.
You have to hold there. It's really snobby. It's so when you
The peace and quiet here is so soothing and relaxing. Every year I forget my swim year, but this year would have been extra nice to have it as the temperatures were far over 30 degrees Celsius. For 3 days we were bathed in good music and warm hugs from all the wonderful dancers here. There is a very special sense of togetherness. After dancing so many years in Italy and hanging out with Marco Evola e Laura Momi, we know most of the people that come to their encuentros, and so it not only feels like dancing amongst friends, but it really is that way. This year there were people from the USA, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, Slovenia, and of course Italy. A very diverse group of people, but all excellent dancers. The DJs this year were also a treat, and the sound system by Bose is really great. The wooden floor is nice and soft, and the dance hall has a very good air conditioning, so that we could keep dancing despite the really hot weather we had this weekend. There was a heat wave all over Europe, and we were nice and cool inside, dancing. The nights are fantastic, but so are the mornings. We get completely spoiled by the excellent chef, while his wife makes the most excellent coffee. Then it was time to fly back. We were exhausted and I slept all the way to Schiphol.
Hello. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
We picked up our luggage, and after a short taxi ride, we finally came home after more than 3 weeks in Italy. We hope to see you again soon in our next episode.